How's it going, guys? We are back at this dummy track, Martinsville, this time in the Xfinity car. And in our qualifying lap, we go through turn 1 and completely overdrive it like we've been doing. I've been struggling with qualifying a lot lately, so I don't know why. But also, you notice that we're downshifting, so that's a little bit different in the Xfinity cars. With overcast weather, 65 degrees and overcast, so you go a lot faster, you have a lot more grip. You actually have to downshift, which is kind of weird. I know, but we end up qualifying in a okay spot, not great. But let's go TCB.
I hate this shit.
Here I am. My favorite short track. Boys, let's go green. Can I get a
Thank you very much, TCB. Yes, this is NORC, so let's see what we can do. Last time we were in NORC, I think it was Atlanta, but the last time I showed you guys what we were doing, we were at Darlington. We ended up finishing third. At Atlanta, things did not go well. Ended up wrecking. Unfortunately, I got caught up in an accident, so didn't even have enough footage to upload a video. There you see our good old friend Joseph. He's in the 82. He qualified fairly well as well. We don't get off to a good start, as you can tell. This track has not been kind to us over the last couple of weeks. But let's see what we can do. And let's see if we could just ride behind Joseph for a little bit and just try to get into a rhythm. The thing I question about Martinsville is definitely, can you pass? Because it just seems like everyone runs the same speed. So about 13 laps go by and nothing really happens. Caution comes out for an incident in 3 and 4. Looks like the 27 gets into the 41. Classic Martinsville racing. And there is the first wreck of the day. Probably going to be expecting a lot more in a 150 lap race. So we are restarting in 10th. I say we're not doing well, but we are in the top 10, so I guess I want too much out of myself, apparently. We're running at 10th at a track that we're just not good at, so let's see if we can keep going here. And caution comes out on lap 21. Again, not able to make any passes, but again, there is more stuff going on behind. This is actually right behind us. The 31 goes in the corner, we check up a little bit, he checks up, then the 8 gets into the 31, and then Joseph is sideways there on pit road, and it looks like there's about 6 cars compiled there, just stopped at the exit of pit road. So that is just, again, Martinsville in a nutshell. We are still in 10th place, restart on lap 26. We're going to try to force our way to the bottom, and Josh gives us enough room, and he actually lets us in. There's contact right in front of us with Emery going sideways, and we're able to avoid that. And luckily, we are able to gain 3 spots on that restart. And now we have the 54 and the 16 running in front of us. We are just trying to be patient here, waiting for... Oh, there's a little bit of contact. 54 puts the 16 in the wall a little bit, then gets loose. We get very close to the 54 as well, but we're able to scoot by, and then the 54 is right on our bumper. So he's being pretty aggressive early on in the race, only on lap 30, which doesn't really make sense. But we're able to escape, and here comes the 13 now making contact with the 54. He almost goes around. The 8 is bumping into the 13. Now we're 3 wide. TCB's coming in the 25. The 54 is losing it in the entrance of the corner. Then there's a wreck behind them as well. Oh my god, and that's going to bring out the caution. And we are somehow in 6th place after all that. Luckily, we're able to get in front of the 54 before that happened. Green flag is back out. Everyone's bumping each other because we're trying to all guess the restart. Lap 42. Still not even a third through this race, and everyone is being very, very aggressive, which doesn't really make sense. But let's see if we can just hold on here. Sean is in front of us, Sean Williams. And we're just trying to get down to the bottom. The 54 is all over our bumper, hitting us, giving us contact penalties. And we're just trying to get to the bottom somehow, but there's no room, so we have to stay on the outside. And then a caution looks like it comes out for another incident. And let's see what happens here. That's TCB in the 25 as I rewind it real quick. And here we are. Oh, there goes the contact. Looks like the 28 gets into TCB, and TCB is then spinning, and we have everyone stopping. There you see Joseph again. Jared in the 1 car, he's stopped up there as well. And this is just, this track on this simulator is just so ridiculous. It's unbelievable. We restart again on the high side. Again, we were not getting a good luck on the restarts as there's contact right in front of us, and we're able to escape again with no contact. This is becoming really stressful, and a caution would come out again on lap 52. I have no idea how many cautions that already is, but it's been a lot. So here we go again, restarting on the inside for the first time. We get a terrible restart. The 54 looks to go 3 wide. We give him the room. He backs out of it. Then it looks like he's getting back into it. Then backs out of it. So we are then clear of the 54 and Cody in the 28. Try going around the outside of the 79. Then we tried checking up. 54 wants to fill the gap and pull a dive bomb there. That is okay. I'm not really going to get mad about that. And then let's see if we can just battle him on the outside just a little bit. He is being pretty aggressive, so we want to be a little bit careful here. He's going to run us up the track just a little bit. Doesn't put us on the wall, but he did not give us he didn't give us a lot of room. If we weren't in that one lane up there, that was going to be close. But another caution would come out. We have somehow been able to avoid most of the contact, so let's go again. Another green flag, lap 65. Now we are third passed on lap 65. And the leaders went pretty early, so that was able to spread out the field. The car feels pretty good at this moment. I feel like we're a top 5 car. It's just that Martinsville, if you don't have track position, it's insanely hard to pass. So here we are trying to get around the 54. He's been, again, pretty aggressive most of the race. So let's try to get underneath him. Doesn't give us plenty of room. We're on the curb, and even trying to come off the curb, we still don't have a lot of room. That was a little bit of a mess. I think we also hit the curb as well. So we hit the curb, but then we didn't have a lot of room. So we enter turn 1, tempers are flaring. I'm pretty upset. We run him up the track. Then we get loose coming out of 2. Ouch. And there goes the caution. I don't think we were the caution, but I don't know what the caution was. But now the 54's car is completely destroyed. But so is ours. We only have a minute. Well, we have a minute 30 of optional repairs. Not terrible in Martinsville, but I think we could maybe get back to it. But we lose all our track position, and you just saw how hard it was to pass. We couldn't go anywhere. So, unfortunately, just messing around with the wrong cars. The 54 was the only problem that we had in this race. And it just looks, I mean, there he goes again, having more issues with the 57. We can retaliate, but we're not going to. I'm not going to try to retaliate any bit here. So, just going to pass him on the inside and carry on with our way, hopefully. And just get out of it. I mean, just get away from him. As he then decides to punt the 57 into turn 3. And I don't know what he's doing. Then there he puts the 57 in the wall. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's a couple hotheads in here. Oh, just one hothead, and he's getting a little bit too, I guess, over his head. So whatever. We just continue on. We're in P12. I mean, if you think about it, we were around 10th, 9th. Now we're 12th. So more contact as we get into the 27. The 13 gets into us. It's all a chain reaction. This is what this track is. This is why I despise it on this game, but in real life, absolutely love it. See, Martinsville, it's a lot of fun to be out in front, but when you're in the actual mess, it's not a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, but it's not a lot of fun to be in. So we let the 13 go by. We're in 12th, so it's not terrible. A long run ensues. We're on lap 105 now, so now we're 2/3 through the race. And we're just trying to pass it. We're able to run this group down, but the problem is, how do you pass? How do you get the runs off the corner? And we were able to get around Aaron in the 70, but then we get behind the 59 of Bobby Chaney, and you don't want to hit them, so you just try to be patient. Caution comes out on lap 110, it looks like. Let's see what this one is for. We go back to the 41, and hoppity, 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 hop, and spin out in turn 3. That's the classic wheel hop under braking. And that happens all the time, so not really surprising there. Green flag is back out, lap 115. We still have a good shot at a decent finish here, but let's just try to race everyone clean here, as we already have a lot of damage to our car, and it's already been a heck of a mess. Aaron's getting a little bit loose. We're trying to avoid him, but let's not go 3 wide. He apologized on the radio. No reason to apologize, honestly. No one did anything wrong. It's just this track is absolutely crazy. Another caution would come out on lap 131, and again, we're still in 12th place. It's just, if someone can tell me how to pass here, let me know, because I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Green flag's back out. We have John Barry, who's actually a.k.a. Revin, a.k.a. the leader or owner of the league. So he's also in the playoffs. Remember, this is all in terms of the playoffs. I'm not in the playoffs because I joined a little bit late. But playoff races are going on right now. John is actually in the playoffs, so we decided to be a nice guy and let him gain a point because that could help him out in the long run trying to get into the final four. But unfortunately, Joseph then gets on our outside. It was not the plan to let Joseph get ahead because we still have a rivalry. Still try to finish ahead of him. He cuts us off entering turn 1. That's an aggressive move. We back out of it, and because again, don't want to run into Joseph. But now we accidentally let him by, so let's try to get him. So we're going to go on the outside of Joseph here. Let's try to drive it in deep into turn 1. This is the YouTuber battle, trying to finish who gets a better finish here. We're going to pull a crossover move as the outside's not going to work. Let's get on the inside of Joseph, and let's drive it in deep again. Let's not try to run him up the track and not get into him. We get into the curb a little bit. He gives us the room that the 54 didn't, and we're able to race clean off of 4. Let's go back underneath. Let's use a scare tactic here. Let's act like we're diving in, but we don't really dive in. He gets a little bit afraid looking in the mirror, so we're able to get back underneath Joseph, side by side going down the back straightaway. Let's try to race him clean, entering 3 and 4. Let's try to get around him. Shifted into 3rd gear. Can we get the run off the corner? Joseph is getting a good run. We get loose off of 4. Joseph gets a fantastic run coming out of 4. He's able to stay in front, and on the white flag lap, coming to the checkered flag, Joseph's going to get the upper hand, so I guess bravo, Joseph. You were able to beat us today. He finishes 13th. We finished 14th. Is 14th place a good finish? Not really. But it's Martinsville. And what showed in NIS showed here as well. We are not good here whatsoever. If anyone can let me know how to drive this track, I'd greatly appreciate it. So, guys, if you already don't know Joseph, N2SC4R, go follow him. NORC always races on Tuesday night. So if you guys want to watch live instead of watching this recap video, you can watch live as well over on Max Speed TV. I'll leave all the links down in the description below. And I will see you guys later. Hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're wondering who won the race, we were never up front, but it is your lovely boy Marcus Richardson, who is aka the GOAT, and congrats to him. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and peace out.
I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I try, my love, she keeps me warm.